Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team secrets turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team secrets turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Earth Spirit.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Crystal Maiden.
Team secrets turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oh, I'm good to go, man. Especially after like quick games like that one. Barely felt like a game. And win one just stomped all over everyone with like the most net worth, and somehow we got to this stage again where Team Secret didn't first pick Lone Druid. Cloud9 didn't first or second pick Lone Druid, and then Team Secret are like, well, we have Ogre Magi Bloodlust, we might as well go for Lone Druid again. Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 have
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team secrets turn to ban. Radiant team ban.
But you're talking about being run down by like a max movement speed, super high attack range Lone Druid, and Ogre Magi with Bloodlust. Like there's very little counterplay there as Crystal Maiden. You have to be in the perfect position every single time. If Secret just run the same strat as they did last game, then Well, what is a CM going to
Reserve
change?
time.
Very little.
Yeah, like really here.
Team secrets turn to ban.
Infinite mana of a high level of
10
Crystal Maiden.
seconds
They are also
remaining.
on the Radiant side. We saw Puppey jungle with Avenge. So if Venge can
5
jungle on
seconds
Radiant side,
remaining.
Crystal Maiden can definitely jungle on Radiant side. And Team Secret may just not have the right heroes in
Reserve
order to
time.
pressure Crystal Maiden if she is going to go about that route. So it frees up Cloud9 for a lot of options, expecting a CM who's going to be popping out of the jungle with like level 4 and boots at least. You can do a lot of things gank-wise with that.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Imba spirit.
Team secrets turn to pick.
Needs assassin.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
It does.
Brewmaster.
Team secrets turn to pick.
That's an interesting one.
Invoker.
Radiant team ban.
This is going to be
I mean, at the bare minimum, you got an Assassin versus a Crystal Maiden. And as Crystal Maiden, that's like the most
10
miserable
seconds
experience of all
remaining.
time, especially if there's a couple of Sunstrikes running down as well.
5
So
seconds
yeah,
remaining.
it's gonna be painful for the softer heroes of Cloud9. And Invoker, very similarly to
Reserve
Shadow
time.
Fiend, is a mid lane hero that, well, first of all, has a pretty good matchup, I would expect, versus maybe they're going to switch things up a little bit for Cloud9, but versus the Brewmaster or
10
versus the Ember Spirit, he
seconds
still has good
remaining.
matchups. Once you get
Team
one
secrets
of those
turn
Forge
to
Spirits, because you
ban.
can't easily get two, but Forge Spirits, a little bit of Exhort, gets the Alacrity on your Lone Druid with Bloodlust. I don't know how many attacks per point that is, but it's a lot of damage.
10 seconds remaining.
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds remaining. Team Secrets
Yeah.
turn to pick.
Silencer.
Radiant team pick.
Global silence is absolutely crippling versus C9.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean, the same question is
Reserve
here
time.
that was in the last game. It's Team Secret are entrenched.
5
They
seconds
have the lone
remaining.
druid with Alacrity with Bloodlust on him. How do you actually get on top of them? This time for Cloud9, they don't have to deal with a swap, so that's a much different change. And with a Blink Brewmaster, or I guess you could Lifestealer Bomb with the Earth Spirit as well, you actually do have some way of getting on top of a lone druid. They actually have some reasonable counterplay there from the Cloud9 side. But Team Secret also, if they're ready for it, if they have the global silence, if they're able to stop your Brewmaster from splitting, then Team Secret can just take the fight pretty easily afterwards. So execution from Cloud9 is going to have to be on point. For Team Secret, it seems like they have pretty much the exact same draft as last game. It kind of just plays itself once you get to level 10 and 15 on Lone Druid.
Ten seconds.
How many
remaining.
games? 4?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh.
So payoff for Cloud9, but we have a DC to start off the match, so we'll have time to introduce the teams very quickly. If you're just tuning in, you're kind of late. This is the last game for today. Cloud9 versus Secret is the third best of 2 for today. Game number 2, Secret are 1 game up. They need 1 more to clean this out to 0. Will Cloud9 equalize? Baby Knight got to play Ember Spirit. We have Haste Joe on the Brewmaster, Rise on the Crystal Maiden, Noya on the Earth Spirit, and Ace gonna be playing Lifestealer.
And
Secret.
keep in mind that these still are swappable. So some things might change. KheZu be playing the Nyx Assassin, Pylai Die, the Ogre Magi once again. We got mid one on the super edgy Invoker. Puppey is on his Silencer, pretty normal stuff there. MP gonna grab the Lone Druid one more time. So it does seem like, at least in the Secret camp, things are about as normal as can be. I'm actually pretty interested to see how much Rise is able to get. I'm assuming he's gonna do that jungle cheesy kind of thing, very similar to what Puppey did in the last game, except Crystal Maiden can clear much faster because of how Frostbite works versus creeps. Doesn't seem like she's going for that though. Smoke of Deceit first. She might actually look to get some blood early.
We'll see. Very early smoke from CM is actually to be expected. You don't want to waste time for that courier to actually drag it away from your mid lane to bring the smoke. So just buy it up at the start. And this was what I was talking about, the new Crystal Maiden and with shrines and everything, bounty runes, is very capable with jungling now, because you have that instant restore with the shrine. You don't have to go back to the base. You don't need that many clarity potions, and you can get a comfortable level of arcane aura before you actually roam out. So a level 4 before nighttime is very doable, and a Crystal Maiden that high level early is a really scary force to be reckoned with. So Rise will have to make that early game count, that's for sure. Nyx Assassin now on the offlane makes a little bit more sense compared to a support Nyx Assassin. Support Nyx Assassin is a little bit clunky, but wow, that's gonna be the rage immediately, and I don't think they are gonna chase this one. But
it's a 3-1 rune split.
Yeah, alright, so is it a Cloud9 win then? Yeah, Cloud9 win.
Literally can't lose here. 3 runes.
Bounty runes decide.
But yeah,
the game.
they just made a little bit of an aggressive move up top with Hesta Joe. Brewmaster offlane is definitely an option that you can run Brewmaster in, and Crystal Maiden not going to get going with that jungle just yet, is going to just start straight off with the smoke. The beauty of Crystal Maiden in this particular game, I think, is that, yeah, your heroes can be mana hungry if you decide to like start spamming everything, but they don't really need a lot of Arcane Aura. If you get Frostbite and Nova and like get like 2-2-0 by level
they're gonna
4,
bait Puppey
you
in?
do a lot of damage.
Bait Puppey? Yeah. They might bait Puppey in. Yeah. Yep, they're gonna start Frostbite. That's gonna be the roll in as well. Puppey is super dead. Clap first blood. Rice scores first blood for his team. 1-0 now. Puppey goes down. Wasn't even a bait in. He was running back for cover. But meanwhile, Pylai doing ogre things. Nice CS you got there, Baby Knight. Yeah, you got one.
Crystal Maiden getting first blood is actually quite nice. Usually you want your core to get it because that gets them bigger items, but boots on Crystal Maiden, just movement speed in general on Crystal Maiden is so incredibly important, so you can close the distance and keep in range to keep on applying those, yeah, maybe low damage right clicks, but still it's damage you can get killed.
Pylai. Nope. Just disabled clarity potion. They chain him up under the creeps though, that's a lot of damage he's taking.
We'll see if Rise is actually able to get even more action going for himself. Level 2 makes it a lot easier, obviously. You don't really need to help Ace at all in this matchup. The Lifestealer is going to be just fine versus the Nyx Assassin. You can maybe pressure the Nyx Assassin out, but it is tough to kill him with a Crystal Maiden and an Earth Spirit. So CM and Earth Spirit, they're kind of free to just run around wherever they want around the map, and I don't really think there's going to be any substantial punish for them. Like, no one on Secret can really go and mess with the Crystal Maiden's jungle.
Yeah, that's another of the greed drafts, you know. I realize Puppey has been doing a lot of greedy drafts. Even when he picks Chen, he just spends a lot of time farming. It pays off because once he gets that Aghanim Scepter, he gets this death ball of ancient creeps that's impossible to deal with. But at the start, you know, there are windows for punishment.
Mid.
Oh,
Sick roll from Noya,
Pylai
into the tower.
They still lose the Earth Spirit though, but a nice little kill there for the Ember of all people, so that's gonna help that abysmal CS score. We talked about not punishing Nyx Assassin. I think the timing window is when Ace gets a face boots. That's when he can really pursue that Nyx Assassin. With one lockdown, you can actually kill him off with the open wounds.
And it just lets you get free harassment a lot easier with that movement speed burst. So that was a roll in from Noya into a kick back into the tower that got the Ogre chained down with Searing Chains. Pretty slick there.
Look,
and they're going to go for round 2. This time on mid 1 is not incredibly healthy here.
Yeah, and Crystal Maiden's already 3 and then some. So he's running
only Frostbite
towards
though.
the right side as well. He pops the Alacrity. Baby Knight is very low though. They kick the stone in. Very nicely done for Noya. Perfectly kicked there. Baby Knight baiting with that low HP pull. Will respawn in 10 seconds. Mid 1 might try for a Sunstrike if Pylai drop him low enough, but for now they're just gonna peace out. No shrines active, so looks like Ember might have to just go back.
And this is the advantage that C9 are getting because they have really self-sufficient laners. KheZu is maybe having not a completely free time, but still he's level 3 pushing level 4, which is still incredible at this stage. Ace is having a great time on bottom lane, and that leaves Rise and Noya just to run around and kill Invoker a couple times or gank top lane. They really are doing this with impunity and getting quite a bit of experience along the way.
Yeah, Noya snatching that bounty rune from Puppey as well, just rolling in and casually drive-bys with that drive-by, getting that bounty rune. The Ogre roaming deep there, gets invisibility. So this is a big cold snap setup. Baby Knight, let's be careful, the Fire Blast starts in. There's the Sunstrike, they get the cold snap, do they get enough? Yes, they do. A nice little kill there. Meanwhile, top lane, what's going on here? Brewmaster ticking down, he does tick, but they lose MP's Lone Druid, and Puppey does get 2 intelligence for that, but I don't think they want to be trading these kind of kills.
That's a little bit expensive for a Lone Druid loss. I mean, we saw it last game, Lone Druid with a slow start can still accelerate way out of control, and this time his start is a lot faster, so a death isn't really going to be that bad unless he dies again with no bear. Then things get really bad for MP's farm rate, but yeah, intelligence on Puppey is almost negligible at this stage. It's not a terribly huge deal compared to not having farm on your Lone Druid.
Losing intel on Brewmaster is a small issue though, because of how mana reliant he is. But Observer Ward does spot out Crystal Maiden, and they might actually go for it here. Rise in trouble. They freeze up MP. The kick comes across. The roll-in happens as well. MP. Oh, Rise gets caught by mid-1 Sunstrike. But I think KheZu is going for MP here. They're still going for the slow. There's no roll coming in here, but the slows from the clap will get it. But MP
Savage Roar
deploys the Savage Roar, and it will actually get him out of there. Noya rolls up, looks for the kill, but MP is not done just yet. Throws out another Drunken Haze that has another clap, but I think they got him. The Shrine might be there. The Crystal Nova comes out. Oh, the Ogre not able to get the Fire Blast range. Yes, he does. Gets the clap here. They're missing, but Puppey gets another +2 for himself. And MP surviving with one more right click to spare. Very, very close there. And meanwhile, Lifestealer forcing out the Vendetta from KheZu already. So Ace dominating this lane even more. Here comes the Crystal Maiden, looks for mid-1. Mid-1, does he have it? He has the Tornado, immediately takes off the Flame Guard. Very quick reaction from him, but he might still go down because of his lack of mana. But here comes Paladai to save his life. And this hybrid Invoker build working out for mid-1.
Yeah, just making sure that he has all of his options right now. Still prioritizing Exhort for lane control. Quas, for lane control, I guess, is pretty desirable, I think, no matter really what you want to do. KheZu jumps on CM.
Share the love. Oh, yep, they share it. Rise survives on 6 HP. That's teamwork right there. Lifesteal says, I didn't get you bottom lane, now I got you here. And mid-1, gonna be a little sad he didn't get that kill. What, 6 HP? But Dota is a game of inches.
Yeah, MP makes an escape like that. I guess it's only fair that C9 get an escape like that as well at that amount of HP. First rotation from KheZu does very, very little. It just gets himself killed by the enemy Lifestealer. Roll in for mid-1.
They kick him, but I don't know. That's a double damage on Ember Spirit though. I think that's why they were thinking about it. Oh, tries for the chains, but it failed, so they're gonna back off for now. KheZu is back, yeah, with that. He does get the stun. There is no Ember God. Yep. Don't lose his life. And Nyx Assassin going well with the Invoker. One of the downsides of letting him lane so well is letting him get that early Vendetta. So you're already gonna have to buy Sentry Wards early in the game.
At least for Cloud9, they are getting a good enough start on Rise and Noya that both these two heroes can afford it. Like, they will have gold to spare, so it's not really the end of the world. And Rise actually setting up Highlight Die. Should know that the Ogre is still in this area. And there it is.
Yeah.
Dead, I think.
Fatties are Lifestealer's favorite, so Highlight Die is in a lot of trouble. Will go down. Base Boots and a Blightstone makes it quick work. So, but Ember Spirit going down twice to mid-1 now, it's really not something he wants to happen to him. Baby Knight gonna just tag him with the chains.
Oh, look at KheZu. Waiting for Rise, and now Rise is looking out.
Talk about the Crystal Maiden suffering. Oh, they drop a Sentry Ward, what? Oh, Noya with the game sense and the silence as well, so that there'll be no spikes coming out. They get the kill, burn him down. Crystal Maiden, life bait, and they get a full Sanctuary. Pretty good.
See, that's like a small difference between having a CM who's involved in a couple kills with Tranquils and Windlace versus a Crystal Maiden who is poor as dirt and only has like a Windlace. You're able to run away from Nyx Assassin even when he's with Arcane Boots Vendetta and actually buy some time. Like, that was just one of the many advantages you get from having Crystal Maiden, which is a little bit of movement speed.
Yeah. They know that the Nyx will be hunting for the CM, so yeah, Crystal Maiden, that's why she's a lot better now, because her strength is early game, and Ice Frog gave her a way to actually do well in the early game. But when she does things like this...
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. What?
I don't know, man. You're a Crystal Maiden, so like no one really cares if you die, but that was still kind of questionable.
Okay. Alright. Well, we need to stop talking at people. Okay.
They die.
Joe is in trouble. He does have the ulti to bail himself out. I think. Nope.
Oh, chain stun.
Yeah, that is definitely not part of the plan. A lot of Cloud9 players just suiciding themselves. I think running in there was very risky as well. Even if he had to use the ulti to run. Lots of tower.
They're able to kill off a lone druid with silencer, but without using global silence. Very well executed on the Savage Roar timing as well, keeping the spellcasting from Brewmaster at a minimum. Usually at this stage, you're more than happy to pop global silence in order to get that kill, but hey, you can save it for maybe saving an Invoker from an Infest Bomb, which No-a is packing right now, then that's a lot better for Team Secret. So yeah, Cloud9 do really have to watch themselves. They need Baby Knight to step up his farm game, and Lifestealer bombs to buy a little bit of space seems like a reasonable way to go about it.
Let's look at Paladin just sitting there, leeching some EXP. KheZu looking for a target to pick off. Not too successful on this Vendetta trip though, this time round. And Brewmaster hasn't used his Primal Split for any kill just yet, but they are pressuring this tower. But no real tower pushes here for Cloud9.
Cloud9 don't push towers pretty much at all. Ace can do it once he gets a little bit of extra minus armor from a Desolator if he does decide to go down that route, but his teammates aren't really great at doing it pretty much at all. Supports don't do it. Brewmaster and Ember Spirit are very weak at pushing towers, so they will be pretty much all going into the team fight, which you would expect to be coming to their doorstep more so than vice versa. Because MP is still having a decent amount of farm, slightly behind the Lifestealer, not a big deal there, and Invoker's on top with the Hand of Midas. Picked up a while ago, I would assume he already has that Void Stone, so yeah, mid one's gonna be loaded. The towers are still on a clock here, because Secret do have this Lone Druid set up.
Lone Druid's but hit that level 15. He's got that range already, so he's gonna look a little bit silly. Crystal Maiden finally gets picked off. Can't run forever. Lifestealer going on Paladin, but Paladin gonna have none of that. Blast him with fire. And Lifestealer is gonna be careful here. Oh, Global Silence gets activated. They were diving for Puppey, so Puppey had to use it. Protect himself. Not sure if No-a was in the background, but a nice bait out here from Baby Knight. Will deny that big ultimate there for Secret.
Yeah, that's probably just worth letting Puppey go down there. Like 2 minutes of cooldown and global silence versus like a 20-second respawn for a silencer. Doesn't exactly have a ton to offer the team. Beside that global, of course, Ace is gonna go for Pi. Okay, not gonna happen. But yeah, for right now, Secret just want to make sure that MP gets a clean farming time. And, well, there's no one.
Finds mid one. Instant TPs. These guys just love their mid. Oh, mid one in trouble. There's the Primal Split. I think he's in a lot of trouble there. Mid one deploys that tornado. It's a low level tornado though. He gets caught and they kick him right in the face. Baby Knight slashes him down and a big kill needed there by the Ember Spirit. Now 3, 2, and 2. We'll go for that tier 1 tower middle lane. KheZu, do they contest? Out that global. I'm sure they can.
Puppey is scaring him off pretty well, pretty much just by himself in KheZu. Top lane was being pushed all the while, so MP is having the time of his life shoving in these towers. It is still costly to lose your Invoker. He's incredibly mega farmed, but Eul Scepter's still pretty much locked in for the next couple minutes. Still for a Secret, they're in a pretty good spot, especially since they see Rise.
Come on, Crystal Maiden. You don't do this.
There's no backup this time. So. Boom.
Why, Crystal Maiden?
Trying to go in really deep to apply an Observer Ward?
Yeah, but yeah. I think that's still in the support no-no's handbook. Especially when there's a next one around. Oh, they're going to munch on the bear. Top lane. Should be okay. He's just exerting a little bit of dominance. Going to build towards the Echo Saber first before Deso.
No, he has to Joe now as well.
He doesn't have Primal.
Rush him, get an entangle, that's a kill.
Yeah, he's very dead. There's another double damage here on this Ogre. There's the Sun, and there's the kill, but here comes the Ember Spirit again. Another global silence. Just crimps the plans here for Cloud9. They have No-a gonna roll in, looking to roll in there, rolls in, finds MP though. This is what they want. They stun him up. There's the Veil, there's the Freeze as well. Do they get it? Do they have to blow the Frostbite? No, they do not. Baby Knight doesn't have the mana to chase for Invoker. They're gonna sit here for Sanctuary, but they get the Lone Druid, and that's him 35 seconds on the sidelines. Every kill on him is a big one.
And that was such good timing on that global silence. I mean, it didn't really matter because they still dropped the lone druid, but you deploy all of your remnants as the Ember Spirits, and then you want to jump to them, but you can't because you're silenced. There's just a narrow timing that is avoidable,
Again, another
suppose, but
defensive
still...
global though. But that one was more needed.
But I mean, that one's definitely more justified, I think, than the... You gotta get your lone druid and invoker out of there. Those heroes actually matter.
Alright.
And Pylai Dai is in a rough spot right now.
They are looking for him. He's still buffing the tower. He fears no one. Rise getting hit by a root will be very, very bad right now. There's Primal Split.
They have split.
Stun, Sunstrike. Boom!
Oh!
Down he goes, but they found MP. And Ace is here. There's a savage roll, but Ace doesn't care for that as he has that rage. He's through the lone druid, and mid one getting caught out here. Does have cold snap, lands on the Ember, but Ember jumps away. Pylai Dai again getting chowed on here by Ace, but Ace doesn't have rage this time, bro. But the kick again from the Åström, really good here. The rage on the toggle, yep, he will get away in time. The earn charge as well. Here comes Åström, heals up. There is the cold snap and the meatball combo. So mid one will get that one with Puppey. Puppey getting more intelligence.
Mid one's able to keep himself in the back lines, throw out quite a few spells. He is doing quite a bit of damage with this now maxed out Exort. Saw Meteor there, we saw Cold Snap and Sunstrike do a lot of damage with this Evoker. And so far actually no talents for him, just prioritizing his orbs or whatever they're called. So yes, they do lose MP, which is unfortunate because they need him to keep alive, keep farming, but he already has his Maelstrom. He may not have the bear to make farming incredibly easy, but it's still fast enough for him to accelerate into that extra range item, upgrade the Maelstrom in a little bit. Secret, even though they lost MP, are still in a pretty prime spot because of how much farm mid one has.
Yeah, mid one's always been farmed in most of his games, but this game, Ace is actually right at the top. He's top dog this game. Got that Deso over the Echo Saber in the end, and gonna attack towards a Assault Kuros. The Dire scans them out. So they know that there's this movement in the jungle there. And Secret want to go for a wraparound of their own, but they're going the wrong way. There's only a baby knight there. Not sure he'll even walk into them though.
Well,
he's on
there's
the high ground prime for that one. Oh, breaks the smoke. Perfect. And
Yeah,
so
I couldn't
they'll
see
get
him.
that tier 1.
Global Silence probably would have ensured a kill on even someone as slippery as an Ember Spirit. Someone's TPing in for this.
Yes, great.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
there's
here
a
with the
Lifestealer
Lifestealer.
bomb. Oh, they want to go for MP. They roll in on the MP. There's global there. Oh, do they get it in time? No, sir. He melts immediately. Pylai Dai destroyed there by Ace. The Desolator doing so much damage to Eel Scepter by some time. The global silence is down. Do they have detection though? Ace says, hey guys, bring me that pack of dust. Never mind, we'll settle for Puppey. Here comes the Crystal Man. Drops that Crystal Blast on him. And the freezing... the Frostbite is there, and Dominating Spree ended there for Puppey. So that Global Silence was used, but it was a little bit too late. Didn't expect that roll-in bomb. And MP. That's one of the downsides of using the Range Druid. Low health.
You're incredibly soft, and usually building up like a lot of HP isn't really in the cards either. You get like, you know, Dragonlance amounts of HP, which is decent value, but it's not going to let you survive against a Lifestealer. So the Cloud9 just get in a little bit too fast for Secrets. Even the Invoker finds himself in the front line. It's definitely not where an Invoker should be. So Cloud9 with the surprise initiation, killing off Lone Druid, killing off Invoker. Repeat that a few times, and they'll find themselves in a prime spot, even though mid one still has this much farm. It is kind of difficult to get heroes on top of the Invoker, however, outside of using that Infest Bomb. So that is a very precious way for them to take out either the Druid or the Invoker.
Yeah, and the speed at which Ace just chunked down Pylai Dai, you know, you expect a Ogre to be tankier than that, but not in this case. And they go for another smoke. They know that Global's down. They really want to go for a punish, and Pylai Dai will be the punishee. And there you go. Chunk. 1, 2, 3. Mega kill for Ace. This might be a tower.
They probably can defend it if they really wanted to, but the Secret probably shouldn't want to. Just spread out, get a little bit more farm, push out the lanes. Kill off Baby Knight, maybe. Sunstrike is not going to do anything, though.
Dire Dire's bottom tower
And he's
is
out.
under attack.
Yeah, creep wave came in at the wrong time for a sunstrike to work. Should still be a tower for them though.
Puppey in the middle lane, farming a little bit. Rise.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Gonna get scouted by this observer.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Puppey
attack.
knows what's up. The tier 2 will fall to Ace's Deso.
Nai?
Mid 1 thinks about the deny, but don't want to get too close. Noya has been pretty good on his Earth Spirit this game actually.
Radiant's middle tower
I
is
think
under
pretty good
attack.
at selling it short, but they pop the dust. One of those vac possible moments, but fortunately for Nyx Assassin, KheZu wasn't nearby.
Got another life stealer bomb here with
But
the
scouts it
enemy
out, though.
invoker in the area.
But it was scouted out, so they know. Baby Knight gets an invisibility rune. Oh, MP! Does he not see MP? I'm pretty sure he sees
No,
it.
he definitely knows MP is here.
Oh, that's
No
a global
backup.
as well. He's glad that it's down, but they do get the kill anyway. Ace already popped the rage, so he's not too afraid. The silence comes up. Nyx Assassin destroyed. Yusef very quick there on mid 1. Will ensure that the Brewmaster doesn't follow up, but Puppey's in trouble, and this is the lack of control we talk about. The Exalt Invoker doesn't have a lot of crowd control, so to speak, and Rice running forward. Fearless CM. Ace on the toggles will keep himself alive. Yeah,
He
Baby
should be
Knight
just
snipes off
fine.
MP as well.
That was a really quick Yules on KheZu, which probably would have killed off the Invoker if he was able to get that split off just with the boulders and whatnot. But still, they're initiating so decisively, and Secret, even with this global silence, aren't able to keep their heroes safe. No more staff action or anything like that just yet. In fact, just no one has the gold for it, even though Puppey is kind of getting close. You need to be able to pull those heroes out of range of the lifestealer, because he's killing them in just a handful of hits. And while all this is happening, we also have Baby Knight kind of in the background, farming it up rather slowly compared to what everyone else in the team is doing.
Again, Puppey. Oh,
But missed.
but they might just get him anyway. Ace is so damn fast. One more hit would have done the job, though, I think. Oh, Lifestealer is in a lot of trouble. Does he get out? Nope, he does not. And well, that was the gank gone wrong, and Noya gonna get vendetted up. Tries to roll away, will get punished. So Secret, they huddle, and it works out for them. Felt like they could have got one more hit onto Silencer. It's like they turned back a little bit too early.
Yeah, but yeah, Baby Knight is pretty much playing his own game right now.
Roshan.
The rest of his team is just getting him so much space. So this Ember Spirit is getting pretty darn farmed right now. Already has that Veil set up, already has travel, so his mobility is ready. It will cost them a Roche, which kind of sucks. Secret are going to be happy to grab that one and hey, get a
face
CM
checking.
too.
Ryzen is face checking. CM
and the
face checking.
Brewmaster?
Brewmaster
What is he
one
doing?
by one. No, Cloud9. Damn. No, I think Cloud9 picked up the right team. That's for sure.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah, that
attack.
is a questionable set of moves. Like, even if you jump in,
Radiant's middle tower
flap split, or even just blink split, what do you do against that many heroes as a Brewmaster? You don't have that much damage in your split form. You can't kill any of those heroes. So yeah, they feed them 2 more kills on top of that double life. MP is going to be happy to hold on to, and now he's got the extra range. He is level 15, so he has the extra damage from his talent as well. Secret are about at the same timing as they were planning on last game.
This is, yeah, Imperial are the perfect Cloud9 team. Highly talented, accident-prone
But
heroes.
prone to some
accident-prone
mistakes.
professionals. Yeah, that's how you. That's
Yeah.
How you say it. That's accident-prone. That's a nice word to use. Oh,
Got to
boy.
get that consistency. And KheZu is actually looking for a target here. He knows that Rise is in the area,
Oh,
and I
Raiden
think he has
is
eyes for the
dead.
CM.
Yeah. Rise, come on, man. Don't do this. I know it's safe here, but don't do this.
It's not going. We have an Infest Bomb, actually. Noya, Joe, Lifestealer, and a target in MP.
Oh, that's a big one to get as well. The double life is
Got
on him,
Aegis,
though.
though.
Old Savage Roll. Immediately deployed. There's a global for round 2. They're gonna get the bear. The Panda already popped those stuns in before he changes into the wolf. No, into the bear. No,
Force.
he does actually stun him. So Puppey is spinning in the sky. The global is down. They're still gonna pile in on this Lone Druid. They pick him off. Aegis or not, they don't care. Rise survives with the Glimmer Cape. And KheZu will peace out from there. But mid one manages to combo down the Earth Spirit, the offending Spirit brother that cost the MP his life as well as the Aegis. And now the Ogre is gonna go down. The Force Spirit's hunting for this Crystal Maiden, but she goes into the Glimmer Cape and escapes. So very well done then. Well done there by Rise. The Sunstrike is going to be off the mark there. Does tag Baby Knight, but not the right hero. Well, you see, Cloud9 at Cloud9, right?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard Cloud9 move. Feed over your Brewmaster, feed over a couple heroes, and then
Lower their,
smash the enemies in a
their
decisive
guard and then
team
you
fight.
strike.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about luring them into a false sense of security, and taking out a lone druid is tough with Aegis. But hey, they got the split off before the global silence. They're able to bring in enough reinforcements. They shouldn't really be able to get anyone else right now, but for right now, Secret would love to be looking at these tier 2 towers, much like in last game, but given the farm levels and how quick Ace is able to kill off any given target, I think they have to give this lifestealer a little bit more respect.
Yeah. Ace has just had a stellar game. He's just right-clicking, getting his rage off, because it's very hard for Puppey to time the global in such a way that, you know, there's always reaction time, right? And rage requires no reaction time because you have to initiate it. You always get the rage off in time, so even when the global hits, you already have the attack speed and the magic immunity of rage. So you don't have to worry too much. Secret, if they do get one preemptive silence, that will be huge.
Well, they do have one Force Staff already up on the Silencer, with another one coming up on the Ogre. So using Global Silence is kind of that like Hail Mary safety tool, which is not really safe. You're going to be missing it. It's very risky. Is not really needed once these Force Staffs come up. You'll have quite a few answers and just, oh, yeah, your Lone Druid's in trouble, just force him out. He'll be just fine. Lone Druid also going for a Force Staff of his own into that Hurricane Pike. So with 3 Force Staffs online, this Lifestealer's time is going to be a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it's very easy to kind of lifestealer, but it's very difficult when the Earth Spirit rolls right into you, though.
It gets a little bit more difficult
Because
when Earth Spirit
Neu
or
has been perfect
Brewmaster.
on these rolls into kicks. That it's actually difficult to even get a Force Staff off because you're already dead. Alright, Secret Smoke beneath Cloud9 here. It's nighttime. Not good for catching people out. But mid one is super farmed on his Invoker now. Octarine, Aghanim's, the whole shebang. They're coming in from the high ground. Baby Knight. Oh no, getting stuck. KheZu comes in there. Very quick play there. Oh, immediately Global Silence here on the Lifestealer. He might have to run away. The bear, does he get a root though? It's going to be very important. Nice Invoker. Tornado gonna catch out Ace, but he goes into Noya. Immediately spins the Invoker in the end. No more spell casting for you. What happened there? The Ember Spirit goes in there with the veil, balances all things. Oh boy, Secret evaporate. Pylite Die now running away. Not sure what happened to his team, and Joe looking for Pylite Die Ogre shivering in the trees there, but Baby Knight reclaims, oh boy, reclaims 3 lives for his team. That looked really bad for Cloud9 with Invoker in mid one and the Tornado, but damn, that clap, that jump in from the Ember Spirit just blew them all up. And suddenly Cloud9 are back at it. I'm already liking this team. Roller
That was
coaster
pretty
of
much
emotions.
all that's the Joe. Landing a clap on that many heroes, setting up for, you know, first of all those heroes aren't going anywhere because of the slow on clap, and then because those heroes aren't going anywhere, you get a full Veil, triple Fire Remnant jump in. It does an incredible amount of damage to Secret, who, with heroes like Invoker and Lone Druid, need to stay very far behind that type of burst damage, otherwise they're just going to get annihilated. Invoker maybe has some counterplay with the Octarine and Ag's survivability at this point, but yeah, they just clumped up a little bit too much in trying to go for that Lifestealer. In Entangle, if MP was just a little bit luckier, perhaps would have made that fight a lot different, but I mean, that's the risk you run when you go for this Nouveau Lone Druid build, is that your bear is attacking very slowly.
Well, the bear is under item. Well, is that under item? Is that how you say it? No, the bear doesn't get any items, so he's revolting, right?
Yeah, his attack speed is coming from Bloodlust, which is actually still pretty good, and Rabid.
You have to treat your bear right if you wanna it to hit roots on command. But Cloud9 playing with emotions here of the audience, of their fans. Ups and downs of this game. First they do well and then they throw, and then they do well and they throw. We'll see if they
So
can
that
do
fight
it.
was pretty good. So is this next fight with this infest
This is gonna
bomb
be a
on the
loss,
Brewmaster
right?
gonna be bad?
Yeah, this is gonna be really bad. I don't know how it's gonna be really bad. They scanned Puppey though. Puppey gonna escape the AoE of the GPS. Let's get caught though. Joe with the blind blink, maybe? No, not gonna blink north.
No, I guess is wrong.
Trying to break the smoke there. But Puppey taking the straight route out, but stops for a ward though. Rise immediately breaks Crystal Nova into the jungle. What? Okay.
Huh.
What?
Oh, they got him.
What the heck?
Noya.
Oh man.
So Noya's been on points. Like you already mentioned it once, but the Lifestealer, a good portion of his kills and assists can be attributed to the fact that Noya has been pretty much everywhere he needed to be throughout this entire game. And well, we just saw it again. And they didn't even pop the Lifestealer out. So Secret may not expect this Brewmaster to be packing a very dangerous payload. They're converging.
Oh, there you go. Crystal Maiden going down there. There's the disaster. Striking. Oh, evaporates, but here comes the life stealer. He immediately gets donated though. Invoker very quick on the uptake there. Mid one has that ghost walk, but he has to purge away that dust first. Mid one gets stunned by the rock, gets hit by the ace, and down he goes. Oh, mid one. Ghost walk was actually 5 seconds off cooldown, so he couldn't use it anyway. And well, it wasn't the disaster we predicted, but still.
And it just seems like in this game, mid one and MP both, with all this farm, aren't really able to get a chance to showcase it off because they're always just the first ones to be focused and to die during these fights. And a lot of that is just because C9 just have proper hero targeting. Ace knows who he has to kill, Baby Knight knows who he has to veil and then jump on to actually do the damage necessary with that veil. But for Secret, they need to keep these heroes in the back. Puppey is running into a Brewmaster. That's not good.
Pow! Oh no, Puppey. Run, Papan.
He's actually living a long time. He's dead, but he survived a long time there.
Yeah. He went for the 200 health talent, right? Oh.
200 health, 4 armor.
Yeah.
He has a Hurricane Pike on himself, so that's a good amount of strength.
Yeah, you know.
1800 HP on Silencer is a respectable amount.
You know why Secret evaporated there? I mean, yeah, one, they were all close, but two, Fire Remnants do 300 each, and that's a 15% spell amp on each of them, so it's pretty insane how much damage it dishes out, especially with Gale. Ace doesn't
And now
care
Ace
about your
is gonna go
spells
to
and
town.
Invoker.
His middle tower has fallen.
Cloud9, how are they doing it?
Radiant's bottom tower is
Off
under
to the no split for
Cloud9 are doing
Joe.
better in game 2. Game 2.
They have to be very careful though for another couple of seconds. Like going up the high ground is so much different from the fights they've been taking up till now because it's really easy for MP and mid one to stay in the back. You just stay near your tier 4s, and the odds of Ace willingly going into tier 4s much lower. KheZu can afford it with his Bruling split guys, but yeah, it's a positional game from here, and Cloud9, they need Infest Bomb to knock one of these two out, either Invoker or Lone Druid if they really want to make a safe push up the high ground.
Alright. Cloud9. They have Noya ready again. I think the key is to get to MP. Once you find MP, it's over. You put Ace on top of MP, it's over.
Do they have buybacks? There is a severe lack of buybacks in this game.
Let's check that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
lots of no's. Crystal Maiden has
Maiden,
it.
the
There
only
you go,
hero with
the
buyback.
face checker. Oh no, mid one. That's not the way. He gets a bowling pin stun as well. Mid one, gonna get caught. There's gonna be a jump forward. I'm sure they have detection. They roll right into it. Mid one. Oh no, they have great high ground defense, but they take the low ground defense. And now they open the doors right open to attack. They have buybacks on both heroes, but no, they have buyback on both heroes, but that's the life they didn't want to throw away. The bear is down, so There's that. MP. Gonna have to buy back. Joe goes in. He gets silenced,
wow.
and that's a good one from Puppey. Shuts down the Brewmaster. Baby Knight out of mana. The EMP from mid one is enough, and well, looks like borders will be repelled. Baby Knight will TP away, and they're not gonna chance this Aegis even. You know, with all that action, I forgot he had the Aegis actually.
Yeah, the Brewmaster lost a gem, so gave that one over to Secret. They still have a gem. They were walking around with two, one on the Brewmaster, one still on the Crystal Maiden, so it's not all bad there for the Cloud9 side, but very, very fast fingers from the Silencer. Is going to hold the high ground once. They're going to lose the Bear again, though. It's not a terribly huge deal with this kind of $300 lone Druid build, but he has no Bear for another minute. And there's still no global silence, so Cloud9 might just be able to rally and go in again.
KheZu, they have long reach. You gotta run away. Try to D-ward. Crystal Maiden's got another gem. It's actually Pilot Ice gem.
Speedy rune of haste.
Okay, Baby Knight.
They're just gonna push in one more time. They should probably wait for their Brewmaster here, or Ace can rat on top.
He's got Aegis on the Ember Spirit, so he's not so afraid. Yeah, power down. But there's a lot of damage coming in. Oh, they're chained together. I think Baby Knight, if he got balls, he'll pile in on that. But I think it would be a little too Cloud9 to do that.
Now you might as well take some risks. I mean, you're losing your Aegis soon anyway. Got Manta Style into Chrysalis. Very frequently see Maelstrom the build with this kind of magical damage focus of Ember Spirit nowadays. But yeah, I really like how this build works so that you get Veil to kind of smooth over your early mid game, and then you go right back to the hard-hitting Ember Spirit that we all know and love. I like that transition. Maybe the minority though.
It's nice to cleave up the whole wave.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Alright,
Baby Knight does that too.
Alright, they're going in. They're going to try and break this. Highlight Die. Gonna force stop himself away. Kite the Lifestealer. Lifestealer does pick up himself a Manta to dodge up Global Silence, but they are losing heroes fast. He jumps in. Oh, nearly blows up MP. The Shrine's keeping them alive. Baby Knight walking through that Ice Wall. Gonna be kited a little bit here. MP dropping very low to that Brewmaster Spirit. They lose their Silencer. Mr. Papane is down, and they're gonna be taking Rax damage now. Puppey gonna TP into the front of the line here. Gotta be careful with that placement. Here, Sunstrike. Not sure where it was placed. They get the Brewmaster. There's KheZu there. He jumps forward. I'm not sure where that Force Staff was aiming. He pushes himself a little bit further, but the Earth Spirit finds him. Baby Knight gives him the hard crits. Down he goes. The Bear dies again. The Master from the Life Stealer. So many illusions. Midway is chased. Last word is up. Ace finally goes down. Noya as well. There's the disaster we predicted. Baby Knight out of mana. He says, hey, there's a gem, but never mind, I'm dead anyway. Triple kill for mid one. A good hold here from Secret. They only lose tier 3 towers. Very well done there for Secret.
Man, that was such great Earth Spirit play there from Noya as well. Just getting so many stuns, so many silences throughout the mix of that fight. But again, it's just the positional advantage that you saw there from Secret. They, yes, got on top of MP to some extent, but not to the extent of bringing him down. They weren't able to safely dive tier 4s, going through the double shrines that were activated while the Lone Druid and Invoker were firing their salvo of spells and right clicks into these Cloud9 crowds. So it is just the nature of this draft for Secret. They are so good at defending their Raxes because of the inherent positioning involved. At Cloud9 are just gonna get wiped and lose a couple of structures here. Bottom lane will fall, mid lane with MP arriving will fall as well. That's an incredibly costly one for Cloud9.
Yeah. Very costly error indeed, and Lifestealer losing his streak there as well. Finally dying. Managed to escape death thus far, but Invoker finally got the better of him. I really got to give props to mid one there. His combination of spells just made it so difficult for Cloud9 to play that fight well.
Now the shrines are going to go down as well. Maybe Secret can hold this area so that they can secure the next Roshan. With KheZu scouting out, that is a possibility. Where did the gems actually land?
Base?
Like Secret have...
No. Yeah, one in base.
Okay, so Nyx has one.
One in base.
Another one's on the ground. So yes, Secret are in full control of all the gems. Means that KheZu's life is a lot easier just as a scout. Just looking and seeing where the enemies are.
Mid one's got Hex now. I'm not sure if this was a new addition. Wasn't really paying attention to that. But Lone Druid has that BKB now, so Radiant's courier went down. So that's a lot of cargo. Not sure whose items it could be.
Yeah,
Probably
that was a lot
Lifestealer's item. He's Daedalus, I think. I think it's a full Daedalus from the Lifestealer. It could also be Ember Spirit's Daedalus.
Well, it should be up again by the time they need it. Next Roche is going to respawn at around the same time as that courier. So, I mean, it's gold, I guess, for Secret, but it's not going to be preventing any huge plans from C9, or at least it shouldn't be. Because both of these teams should be pretty cautiously approaching.
It's going to be tough.
KheZu kill off Baby Knight?
With Sunstrike? I don't know.
I don't think he can.
Doesn't have a back spirit though. So can't jump away, so they might be able to pursue with something. But no Boots of Trouble 2 on any heroes just yet, so no kill. Baby Knight has got that 2-second searing chain, so extra 2 seconds searing chains.
Yeah, now Secret are just gonna bottle themselves in their base. They have the backup global silence, so they know that they should, for the most part, be safe. KheZu just vendetta-ing around, trying to get some vision so they can make a play for Roche, but they do have to be careful because C9 are very unlikely to be walking around without detection, and they do have another gem. It's the third one in play, I think, on the Brewmaster now, so KheZu's scouting life got a lot harder.
Gotta play careful here. KheZu, I talked about this Nyx Assassin in the draft being a good high ground defender. He's finally going for that Aghanim Scepter. He's actually 400 gold away. So once he gets there, it's gonna be a lot harder for Cloud9 to breach base. Sanctuary's all gonna be ready the next time they come round. So Cloud9's got a huge fight on their hands. I think a split push rat strategy would be ideal here. Ace raging and hitting the tower like that.
It is kind of difficult to guarantee that you're going to get away with that, though, because there is an Entangle on the field, there is an Invoker with a Sheep Stick, and with maxed out Wex, he's level 25, he's going to be able to close the distances very quickly and stick on you with the Tornado cooldown that he got for his 25 talent. Mid one is very, very quick at chasing, even though you may have Rage as Ace, so yeah, that is something that they can do, and it's probably still safer than just straight pushing up a lane, but not completely safe. It does have its risks.
Or they can wait for Secret to take the low ground defense. Classic.
Well, first of all, Roche is...
Oh, Puppey.
Roche is going to come first
Puppey,
for both of
do
these
not face
teams.
check. But Ace, he could get jumped here by mid one. This is a good hex target. They got him. That's the global silence as well. I think they might find him. They got him. The Mantle is here. He pumps the rage. He survives. No, sir. The BKB on MP finds the Cloud9 heroes, and now the Brewmaster forced to ulti there. Big crits coming out here from that Ember Spirit. The Crystal Maiden doing a decent chunk of damage here to the group. But in the end, they will back up. Baby Knight going for MP, chops him down! That's an execution they cannot have at this point. If they want that Aegis, they cannot afford to lose that Lone Druid. It's 25 seconds on the sidelines because he has that cooldown reduction. But double damage to Baby Knight, that's why it hurts so much. But the sun landing on that Ember Spirit won't find him. He gets picked off. And this Invoker is just doing so much. Baby Knight buys back, so he cannot afford to die again. He has to be careful. KheZu is a hole in the ground. Joe, stun comes out. They are probably going to get this Nyx Assassin. So this Aghanim Scepter shenanigans will stop now. Oh, be careful, Ember Spirit. You don't have buyback. Where's the life-saving? Ember Spirit dies back. In true Cloud9 fashion, Joe gonna be caught out here in the woods as well. Puppey gonna secure another kill. No buyback on them. The Lone Druid is back. It's trouble in Cloud9 town. Oh, man.
Roshan is going to be claimed here by Secret with no Ember Spirit for 100 seconds. I think one of these lanes at least is going to be dropping here, depending on how fast Secret can actually get to the opponent's base. Cheese now handled by Puppey. He's got at least one gem for the team. I would expect there to be a couple more floating around. Maybe not, but yeah, for Secret, they were able to keep mid one safe. With the reduced cooldown of tornadoes, he got so many of them out, even got a handful of scythes out. One to kill the Lifestealer, and then later on, another one to kill off an Ember Spirit. Like, Scythe of Vice doesn't get much better than that. So keeping the Invoker in the back maybe sacrificing MP for that cause. Very, very much so worth it. And now they're in a position where they can just tear down these structures, even through a Brewmaster split.
Hey,
at this
check
point,
out MP.
not too much to sway.
Oh, they go to MP, they blow him up, they force up him forward as well. That's the Aegis down. Alright, that's a good start. They heals up Puppey on that silencer. He does have global. Well, I'm sure they did not expect that. And that's one of the powers of Cloud9. You never know what these guys are up to. These crazy devils. You never know what they're doing.
Well, MP has cheese. Puppey gave it to him, so
Yeah.
he's got another health bar
He's got
available.
BKB. Oh, they kick him. There he goes. Jumping in. That's floaters off. Eats the cheese. He hits it really early, though. MP pops the cheese. Now Lifestealer running away. He doesn't have the rage anymore. KheZu is going to apply that hole in the ground there very, very early. They're going to try and blow up the Brewmaster Spirits. Sunstrike to land. It will kill him off. The Glimmer Cape keeps it alive. The tower will actually shoot down the bear, though. This is a heavily contested game. 9 seconds left. Noya going in there. The global silence is there. Silence is the Lifestealer. He does have the Master Style still, though. Brewmaster is caught out for now. It's going to be blown up. Rise. CM going to force that back in. His Ember Spirit is back. He gets the chains on the Ogre. Ace. He's going to be able to come in and seal the job. But nope, not going to be the case. Mid one is there. Mr. Fancy Spell Pants. Mid one. Gonna hold the line for now. But yeah, MP eating that cheese very early there.
He just kind of panicky, I guess. Like, he took one hit from one hero. It was about as much HP as he has right now, and then he just downed the cheese. It is nice to be safe, I guess, but that was just a little bit too safe. I think the really game, or the fight swinging play there was the Lifestealer somehow getting on top of the Invoker, double hit him, and Invoker was down to like 100 HP and was forced to back out from that fight immediately. In all those previous fights, mid-1 is able to keep himself at a safe distance away from Ace, and Ace this time was just able to close that distance. Great hold by C9, like losing your Earth Spirit and only losing a tier 3 off of that, and taking out the enemy Aegis and taking off the enemy cheese is huge game for the Cloud9 squad. See how much damage this Baby Knight Ember Spirit's doing that he's going into, well, pretty much a classic Ember Spirit build.
Yeah, and a good thing too, because he needs the firepower, and a lot of the secret guys actually stick together quite a fair bit. They clump up, they hit by a cleave on a crit. They nearly went down earlier when he had the double damage and just the Crystallis. So this time he has the Daedalus built and ready, so they've got to be very careful. BKB or not, this Lone Druid is still very susceptible to this Lifestealer nuking. Physical nuking.
I run.
What do you think Brewmaster can
be,
get? I think they could get a couple of BKBs on the Brewmaster. And maybe even Crystal Maiden, if they can afford the BKBs. Lifestealer, maybe swap out the Armlet for BKB as well. Spells for mid-1 seem to be a big problem for all of them, actually.
Yeah, Moonshard is probably a slightly higher priority. It looks like he's going to go for Travels 2 first.
Oh, Baby Knight. No.
Might not matter because Secrets are in a position where if they get a pick off on someone like Baby Knight, that may just be the game. Although it seems like the hero they find is going to be poor Crystal Maiden.
Hey, yo, what's
like
up,
this.
Prize? Nope, he's gonna make space. He glimmers away. The Sunstrike will land, so... That's a 600 damage Sunstrike. Holy crap.
Yep, that does quite a bit of damage. Especially on someone who doesn't really have that much HP to begin with. Picking off a Crystal Maiden, it doesn't really open the doors for Secret. They only really went for that push to begin with because of the fact that they had the Aegis and they had the cheese.
Do they have wards? Okay, they don't have wards, but they see MP. Wow, this is just Cloud9, right? They see him coming though, it's daytime. Yeah, you can't pull that shit in daytime. Tornado. That was on the mark as well, mid-1.
Yeah.
He's just beasting out of his mind at this point.
I mean, when you have Tornado with like a, what is it, 10-second cooldown? 11-second cooldown? You can afford to throw it out just as a scouting tool and you won't really face that many repercussions.
Yeah. Yeah, mid-1 is definitely MVP for Secret right now. And again, Joe, fearless. Oh, gets stunned. This could be the setup they need. No, there's Noya with the kick. Doesn't find it. But Secret are separated. Secret, Highlight Eye and Puppey to the side. They're gonna get chewed up by Ace. They're gonna eat the wolf first. They lose their Earth Spirit, but they're still separated. Baby Knight going in, piling in on Puppey. Gonna give him the crit, jumping in, throws out an escape remnant. He's getting caught here. Puppey's actually soloing this Ember Spirit. He goes down. Puppey's got a lot of intel now. Now what's up with the rest of the team? Earth Spirit is down. They don't really get any other kills. They stall up the Invoker for now. There's double damage on MP. A bad time to pick a fight. Rise takes a fall as mid one shoots him in the face, and the Ember Spirit failing to kill Puppey there by the side might have just cost them the game. 4 heroes without buybacks. I think this might be it. It's anticlimactic, but I think it might be it. Unless Secret leaves them at Mega Creeps. But Puppey has 46
I didn't notice
intelligence.
Radiant's middle tower
Silencer has so much intelligence stolen. He has the attack range, which is, you know, at a fair level, 25 talent, but also 30 attack speed. He
Ace
is
like, I'm
not
feeling.
working with like the most devastating items. Like his net worth is pretty reasonable at this stage. It's not anything disgusting, but
Oh, it's over.
just look at the glaives. It is doing so much damage.
Yeah.
And it killed off Baby Knight. Like there's no situation where an Ember Spirit in this game should be like almost soloable by Puppey, but a little bit of help from Highlight Die's Bloodlust makes those glaives come out a little bit faster. Makes sense for sure.
And Puppey ends the game with a sweet 48 intelligence stolen. Well, I gotta thank Cloud9 anyway for a roller coaster of emotion.